皆様、こんばんは。ジャパニーズリストリブでございます。ノーグリッチアロード2025をお送りしておりますが、続いてのゲームは、ソニックドリームチームとなっております。こちらね、解説の方いらっしゃらないので、わかる人、募集してます。私ね、ソニックは、わからないな。初代だけだな。やったことあるのは、遊んだことあるのは初代だけですね。
either one of those, I need major hype for those two because I will have very little time to talk because of both of those.
ソニックドリームチ
But
ーム
I just
は、
want to say that we are trying to
モバイ
hit
ル向けのゲームなのか
$100
な。
for
はい、
a
なんか、
let me look at this again. An incentive
そ
for
う
the
かもしれない。
Kirby Superstar Ultra
そうです
Water
ね。
for
結構、
$100.
まだ出ても、
We
出
will
て
be able to
1
watch the
年
bloopers at the credits.
ちょっとぐら
And
い
we are
か。
also
そうで
trying
す
to
ね。
hit $1,700
iOS、
or
macOS、tvOS でリリースされたって書いてますね。
for the Kirby Superstar Ultra. It's not. We're trying to hit $1,700 for our
レア
main
なゲーム、レア
goal,
っていうか、なかな
which
か、
is let me see
う
it.
ー
It is the Sonic Riders bonus glitched Splash
環
Canyon
境、ちょっと珍
for
しいですね。
$1,750. We can also donate towards the another Kirby Superstar Ultra Helper to Hero bid war with which is Biospark, Bonkers, Rocky, Tack, and Waddle Doo. So you can decide between any one of those. Even $1 will just help out. And as far as I see, we are at $1,570. So if we can hit that by the end of this run, that would be amazing.
改めて、イベントの概要をお話しいたしましょう。今回、ジャパニーズリストリームとしては初めて日本語未来配信を行うノーグリッチアロード2025ですけども、こちら、ノーグリッチアロードチームというのがね、海外のコミュニティでありまして、そこが主催するチャリティーイベントで、グリッチレスを軸としたスピードランイベントとなっております。今回のイベントでは、Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center という、バージニア州はノーフォークにある、処分ゼロの動物保護施設に対して、チャリティーを行うイベントとなっております。あ、来ましたね。
Welcome everybody to the one, the only, the Sonic Dream Team. You're gonna have the dazzle do here.
イベントは一応、
Wait a minute.
時差がありますけども、基本的には向こうの時間のデイタイムで、配信されてますので、こちらもその時間に合わせて休憩時間を挟みつつ、4月の28日の13時頃ぐらいまで、毎日行う予定ですので、ゴールデンウィークのね、ゴールデンウィークなんでね、無理のない範囲でよろしいですけどもね、付き合っていただければ幸いと思います。
Which he has absolutely definitely de-rusted and practiced.
Yep, totally.
Yeah, definitely not going to muscle memory into a glitch or the wrong way.
すごい見たことある人です。なんだろう、リストリームですごい見たことあるぞ、この2人。
I think we're ready to go. I am ready. Are you ready?
I am very ready. Shall we get a countdown from our lovely host, Steve?
Yeah, absolutely. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Let's go! All right.
楽です。
So everybody, the main thing you need to know about this game is that we're going to start the game with Amy and Sonic. They are our speed characters, but more about them because what you need to know is that because of an update to this game that we got recently, they've moved Shadow's tutorial. You're not going to see Shadow, but they moved Shadow's tutorial beside Sonic's tutorial.
argickさん、本当喋るよね。 めっちゃ喋るよね。本当に。すげえな。
Hey, why did you start with the copy pasta?
Because I had to. It's great.
喋りながらね、腕前もすごいの。本当ね。
Coffee pasta is here.
エンタメですよ。本当
So
に。
yeah, we've got one of the things. Something that has been pointed out here immediately is really important to bring out as well. HUDs will get a loading time advantage. That does not matter. These games are timed by IGT. So the IGT is going to be who thing is that. Unfortunately, with this game being available on a myriad of different devices, ranging from your iPhones to an iPad to an Apple TV and beyond, the loading times are a little bit funky. So HUDs is on a newer, shinier Apple TV compared to me. He gave me his old one and went, Lamau, good luck.
Yeah, this is an Apple Arcade exclusive game, so unfortunately it is a subscription service in order to be able to play this, but it is available on all Apple devices, iPhone, iPad, Mac OS, Apple TV, and even Vision Pro if you have one of those really expensive VR things. But yeah, we're coming up to the end of the first level here. We are in our first world. The way this works, the first level of each world, we're going to be collecting these red star rings. The red star rings give us an extra dream orb. We're trying to get to 70 dream orbs as fast as possible. By getting 70 dream orbs, it opens up our final boss and then allows us to complete the game. So we're now going off into World 1, Act 2, Mission 1, because there's missions where you collect dream orbs. We have replayed this game several times.
喋るね。やっぱこの二人はすごいね、イベント慣れされてますからね。
So I cracked out the spreadsheet for a few hours.
うまいな。そうさ。
And that's all you need to know.
さすがにコントローラー認識させて操作してると思うんですけどね。ただ、iOS、Apple TV ですので、まあ、タッチパネルでも操作できるようになってるとは思いますけど、さすがにタッチパネルではある程度ないでしょ。コントローラーだと思います。
Because of their special ability known as the air dash. You'll see that we're running and then we're jumping and then we're doing a little dash in the air. The dash in the air will allow us to regain our boost ability that you're seeing us constantly use. We basically want to always be boosting at this point because the boost gauge is very, very important. It allows us to go fast. The other characters don't have the ability to do the horizontal movement, and honestly, horizontal movement in this game is the best because that's how you go fast. So we're just going to be mashing our way through the menu here because the game is automatically going to allow us to select the next level that we have unlocked unless we change it around. More on that later on. As I'm going to collect the dream shards. I imagine HUDs is slightly on the same stage as me, maybe ahead by a shard or two, but we're just running around and grabbing them all right now.
Yeah, we're pretty much like level at this particular point in time. I've just got my 6th dream shard there. So yeah, the dream shard level is one of the different missions. You do a subset of the level that you're in. Sometimes it slightly changes the scenery and some of the level objects. But with the dream shard ones, you got to go and collect the 6 dream shards. There's other levels we'll get to as well, which you'll see later on. We'll explain those when we get to them. But now, off into World 1, Act 3, Mission 1. Again, because it is the first mission, it's a big rush to the end to get to the Dream Portal at the end while collecting the 5 red star rings as we go along. So I'm going to take this one,
もしかして
get my first one straight on
交互に説明する感じですか？
the start of the rail here and go towards the side. This saves me a nice little bit of time with the shortcut. We are always trying to find these shortcuts up through the speed rings there to grab the second one.
明らかにね、なんかショートカットできそうなところ全部挟んでますね。やはり。
Go up the top, round the more of the loop things. I forgot what they're called. What they called are the green
Boost rings.
Boost rings. Thank you. I always forget the names of these things. I'm not a 3D Sonic runner.
You say as you run 3D Sonic game.
Quite sure. And there we go. There's the keys delivered. That opens up the barrier, allows us to continue through the level as we come up the top. And straight over to the rail. Really sad. We used to have, not really a glitch here, but we used to be able to get off the rails. One of the things this game does is it holds you onto the rails. When you're on one, you cannot go on unless you literally fall off of it or you come to the end of it. We used to have something called rail deviation, where if you boosted and jumped on like the frames next to each other, you'd be able to get off that rail. Sadly, they patched it, which is a shame.
Yeah, accidental patching, but patching nonetheless.
Yeah, very accidental. At least that's what the developers told us. I don't know whether to believe them these days, but there we go. That's the level complete for me.
I believe them. I'm right behind you. So we're now going to go into 132 again, which is mashing the
これ
menu
タッ
buttons here because
チ
the
パネルは
level
ね
you did
アク
was
ション
what
ゲー
you
ム
want.
難し
On
そう
132, we will be doing menuing later on. That will completely change that, but we're going to have fun with it. And this one is a next stage, which is reach each of the checkpoints before the time runs out. This is important because you must hit every checkpoint in order. You're not allowed to skip them. No, you're not allowed to go right to the end. So it's a bit of a pain in the butt when it comes to doing things like cutting
多分
corners.
まあまあ
Because
まあ
if
ま
the
あ
ring is not on the cut corner,
左
you
側
can't
で
do
触っ
it
たら
anyway.
こん
So
十
bit of a
字
pain in
キ
the
扱
butt
い
on that
で
one.
まあ
So we're
右
gonna
側
work
で
way
タッ
through.
チ
We're
し
gonna
た
work
ら
our way to
まあ
the
ジャン
end
プ
of
ボ
the
タンが
stage.
出
So
る
you
と
can
か
see
そんな感じ
we
だと
get
思うんです
basically
けど
half the
こ
stage,
れ
and
す
then
ご
it
いな
switches us back
これ
to where we grabbed the red star ring.
で
But instead of us then getting the
両
keys
手
and
で
the
画面が隠れる
portal
んで
to the
ど
end
う
of
し
the
ても
level
キャラクターが
has
こう中央に小さく描写されがちなん
So
で
as
す
we
けども
continue on through
これでも
131, we
この
have
スピード
got
感
the
は
kills.
やっ
We've
ぱ
made
いや
our
さ
way
すが
into
ソニックです
our
よ
first boss fight. Say hello, everyone, to the rather fabulous Dr. Crabulous and his fantastic moustache. Oh,
look at
we
him.
do love it.
Big moustache. We love it.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
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 Oh,
ホストの人が話すホストの人が間に入れない
We lose, or he loses a bit of his life, but he also goes a bit deflated there, and he just makes a nice big balloon just sound as it comes through there. Then he doesn't look very happy out of us, and then we're gonna go hit his butt 3 times. So we're gonna go through that. We're gonna see who goes through it and manages to get the win. But Huds, the boss wasn't always like this.
It wasn't. So one of the things that we had with the original, I'm stuck under him. Thank you. Oh, that's bad. I've just lost time.
In the
Yeah,
butt.
one of the things that we noticed with this game is, as much as we loved the boss fights, many of them were very linear, very much timed, almost like.
前のボスの名前の上に体力ゲージがありますねあ倒しましたね
So this was one of the bosses
早い
that
な
actually changed. The developers have been in our streams. We've been talking to them, feeding back on what we love about the game.
差はないですね
And they actually went and overhauled pretty much all the bosses as a result, and that is one of the ones that changed. It's actually faster now. You can speed it up. But we're going into World 2, and things are changing here, Arg. What's going on?
So we have got one of my favorite characters in the video game. It is the Banui. We have Cream the Rabbit and her friend Cheese, and we are going to be running around with the flight characters now.
お
So to start
キャラクターが
this
違
level,
うか
we'll get the keys. We're going to
違う
record the keys, and what
も
we're
し
going
か
to
し
do
て
is
操
try
作キャラ
and
変わ
get a
変わりま
nice
し
cycle.
た
We grab the red star ring. I'm going to then leg it down. You're going to land on this platform, immediately boost back, get a big high jump, and then
私は
hopefully get enough height. Ooh, didn't get enough height.
ソニックとテイルスしかわからんぞ
Second time, hopefully get enough height. Second time, there
アー
we
ゲック
go.
さんが操作してるキャラクター知らないですね
The gate section without having to go get the rest of the keys and open it up. You're going to see us skip many of the gate segments because, quite frankly, they're slow. But I'm also going to ruin the level because if you look carefully at the doors on this one, they look like the OBS logo. And now you can't not see it. Oh yeah.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I also got the skip on the
俺
second.
見たことあるはずだと思うんだけど名前覚えてないだけだな
Jump that one if you go too early, you won't get enough height like you saw with.
チャオがねついてるからきっとソニックアドベンチャー系だと思うんですけどねわかんないですね
Or yeah, it just doesn't work basically. We're continuing on now. We're going to do a little bit of a skip here onto the spring. I'm going to come back with the flight and head up the top here because I need to grab another red star ring. And then this is one of the lovely little time saves that Arg found before we did a little LTA weekend. You actually don't need to go all the way around like we used to. We can just skip, use an enemy to get us up to the top, and then we're all through to the dream portal, and that's 211 complete.
Oh, interesting. I did not get the attack on the enemy, so I had to use the backup ring instead.
Oh,
Oh no, indeed.
oh,
But yeah, our
so
flight
we're gonna-
characters here, you'll see that they have the little gauge. That is their flight meter. If that runs out, they don't fly up anymore. They start flying down very, very slowly. It is very important. It's very Breath of the Wild inspired, as you can see it. It is basically the stamina meter. And yeah, the main thing about flying with these characters is you don't actually want to be flying. Flying, unfortunately, is very slow when it comes to horizontal speed. So you'll see us sometimes try and do like a little flutter kind of style on it. That is just to try and get us as much speed as we can while making sure we don't miss the little flight refills and then getting bodied by any laser beams. So I'm just going to run through and see where we go. You've probably got a little bit of a level ahead of me at the moment.
Yeah,
But that's
I am
good.
ティームザラピット
213 at the moment, which is another Dream Shard level. So we're going to be going a very
なんかおっ
particular
たっ
route.
け
This is
そ
one
んな
of the levels that Arg and I had
おかしいなソニックチャオを知ってるからソニックアドベンチャー遊んでるはずなんですけどねうちトリキャスあったはずなんですけどね
These
あ
are now
もう覚えてない
It used to be weekly, but they're now scheduled.
何も覚えてないな
Where you could
よろしくない
either
です
do
ね
different missions within the game itself or bespoke levels that have been created for the Tales challenges. And it's all about getting the fastest time.
ああなるほど空飛べるキャラクターが大事なんですねこのステージおそらくはなのでテイリスとか
it got incredibly competitive.
ま
And
あ
this was
そういう浮遊系が、浮遊
Incredibly ridiculous.
アクションができるキャラクターを操作してると。
We'd wake up in the morning and go, you have saved 5 milliseconds. What? How'd you do that? And then we go, shouting at each other.
アイクさん、ノリノリだな。今日も絶好調だな。
with a shortcut that Arg himself found. This is great, little one. I'm going to start at the beginning, and I'm just going to go and just squeeze in through this little gap here. This saves me going all the way around the long way to go and collect this red star ring here at the beginning. And then a second skip Arg found, which was, we used to have a barrier skip for this that was a little bit tricky to do with the rails. And Arg was like, nah, I'm just going to fly straight under this tube here, come up the other side with tails, and there we go. We
ゲ
continue.
ームボーイアドバンス。ゲームボーイアドバンスが初出。ああ。
20 seconds.
Yeah. I did good.
You did good. There you go, seeing I'll get that as well there. As I'm continuing on through the level at the moment. Again, don't forget, I have a significant RTA advantage over the course of the run. It's around about a minute and a half, I think we timed it at. Due to the faster load times on my slightly newer hardware. It doesn't really matter in terms of the race about RTA. Obviously, if Arg beats me RTA, then he's definitely beaten me because he's on slower hardware. What it actually comes down to is the IGT, which is always accurate, and we have proven it to be accurate. I frame counted several runs. So continuing.
I did not get the physics jump, you lucky bum.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
so
tricky
what
little
we're
one
trying
to
to
do
do is we're trying to get the physics jumps on these moving blocks.
ああ、いや、ビームというキャラクターの横に
As it's moving up, you get a
つ
nice
いてき
big
てる
jump.
シャオは親友だそうです。
Unfortunately, sometimes you time to
なる
jump,
ほど。
you just don't get it, and it's like, whoops. But I am going to catch him. Don't worry about it. I don't look as bad as it looks, but I'm catching him.
Oh, he is. He's actually much closer than you think he is right now, again, because of that load time difference. The further we get in theory, the further I should pull away. So we'll have to see how that goes. We've got ourselves another checkpoint level here. This one's a short and sweet one with all the checkpoints. Need to get good timing on the blocks, which I unfortunately didn't get. I did get caught by the first one. But we're going to continue on here. I need to save some boost, because doing a boost jump like you just saw me do there is significantly better than just jumping off the end of the rail. And this is one of the core principles of the flying characters, is having your boost active when you jump propels you so much further than not having it done. So we've done that. I now actually need to go back in the game. We're going to go to 112 here, because I need a couple more dream orbs to unlock the next part of World 2. So we're going to go and start doing what we call the cleanup, where I'm going to go back
ステージ
do
戻って
some
ませ
really
ん？
quick levels here back in World 1, the fastest ones that we've been able to time anyway, and go and grab a couple more dream orbs as Arg is joining me here as well.
Yep. Gonna run our heads right through. This was the level that we used to do second in the run, because it is literally the
そんなことは
second
ない
level.
か？これなんか
Gave us that extra shadow dream orb, and we were like, oh well, we don't have to do it anymore. Or rather, we don't have to do the menuing for it until we actually have to come back here.
あ、いや、
The reason we
新
have
し
to
い
go
か。
back
新しい
in
ステージか。
is because this level is only like
のせいだ
50
った。
seconds long, even without speed
のせい
running
か。
it. Why would you get rid of a quick level when you can save minutes?
Oh, yes. Yeah, it's always about substituting the longest levels for either shortcuts or time saves. So yeah, as I was saying, when they gave us that extra dream orb for Shadow's tutorial level that we automatically get it for, by the way, another really nice quality of life thing the developers did for us, they put in an option to skip the tutorial and it just gives you the dream orb for it. So we not only do we not have to do it, we still get the dream orb. So free time save, which we love.
We're rewarded for not doing the tutorial.
So an interesting thing on the menuing here, you would have seen that it tried to automatically pick Tails for me, and I've had to go and manually select Amy for 231. That's something they changed not long ago. It always used to be that if you had the entire roster available, it would always default to Amy. And then they changed it in an update where if you had the entire roster available, it defaults to the last character you selected. Which not only completely ruined a lot of our muscle memory, we had to go and change our splits, because our splits not only tell us the route,
ステージごとにキャラクター変えるんですね。
default character selection. So that was a
さっきのその浮遊アクションのあるキャラクターもそうでしたけども、
What's funny is it's changed again.
今のとこ
slightly on the,
あまりソニックが出てこない。
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, sometimes it tries to force me to be Tails, and I don't know why.
Oh, I had that. Yeah, I've been Tails this whole time, not Cream, because for some reason it
because
chose
it just
Tails.
put you on Tails, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's wrong.
あ、多分何かあるんでしょうね。なんかこうソニックの方は速そうなイメージはあるんですけども、きっと何かあるんでしょうね。
Tails and Cream, functionally same characters. Play your favorite. For me, Banui.
Yeah. we always just played as so Amy, Tails, and Knuckles. Sorry, Amy, Cream, and Knuckles. Sorry, were generally the default characters during the run, just because those were the defaults that the game naturally selected for us. So they just became the ones that we used the whole time. But you know, everyone's got their favorites. I know a certain person in the chat who really likes Rouge, for example. Shoutouts to Shezzy.
I am now in trouble. That's all you need to know.
多分キャラクターを選んでる理由を話したんですよ。多分ただ好きだからみたいな話じゃないですか。今もしかしてただエイミーが使いたいみたいなそういう話してませんでした。
useful thing in the game where as you progress through it, the game automatically sets checkpoints. It doesn't tell you it's done it though, so it is something we've had to basically memorize for every single level where the checkpoints are.
いいんじゃないですかね。さっきもテイルスと、クリーム分かれて使ってましたけども、特に分かれて使うってことはそれぞれのプレイヤーが使ってたってことは、性能差ってないんだかな。
Only thing we need to worry about on it is that while it is cool and it is fast, we've got to be very careful that the game doesn't accidentally input the down input twice, because if you select retry, it restarts the stage and your run is invalid.
Yep. So some of you may be wondering, well, hang on, if you hit retry and you're going back to the start level, why would that invalidate the run? The reason is because it also resets the IGT that you've accumulated during the level. We found that if you get, say, right to the end and you've had a bit of a bad level, if you pause the game and hit restart, it eradicates all of that IGT from your save file, which means you could effectively have infinite attempts at any level until you get the perfect one for your run, which it kind of goes against the spirits of a speed run, you know?
Especially when you're trying to race.
Exactly, yeah. So, bit more cleanup here. We're going back to 1, 2, 3. This is another checkpoint level. You may remember seeing this one earlier.
次のステージをアンロックするための条件とかを最初の方のステージで手軽に達成させようとしてるのかな。
But we've got to take it in this level as well, because if you don't get the rings, and if you don't get the ring, you don't get the time, and if you don't get the time, you don't get a finish, and that's bad.
Nope. No good.
Again, we're coming down to boost management right now, trying to maintain the boost on the rails, on the segments there. You'll see us picking up the little blue lightning bolts. They are boost pickups. We want to use them, as well as trying to avoid as many enemies
ソニック
and as many little
ソニックドリームチーム。
Because I'm getting my butt kicked. I don't know about you.
ソニックが出て、エイミーが出て、テイリスがいて、いいクリームが出て、あと誰だ？ナックルズか。ナックルズ。誰？シャドウ？それぐらいは出てきそうですけど。誰がいるんですかね。シャドウいなさそう。シャドウいないです。すみませんでした。ソニック、テイルス、ナックルズ、エミー、クリーム、ルージュの6人から選択。
So we can hit that Sonic Riders bonus glitch Splash Canyon run. Yeah, we definitely want to see that. And then we are also trying to hit the let me look this up really quick.
ソニックとエミーはスピードキャラ。
Hit $100 donations towards the watch the bloopers for the
エミー選んでるってことは、まあエイミーが好きだって。
speed run.
エイミーの方が楽しいってことですね。使ってて楽しいってね、すごい大事だと思います。
We also have another
すごく大事だと思います。
Hero. You can choose what hero we have. We have Biospark, Bonkers, Rocky, Tack, and Waddle Doo.
モチベーションにすごく多大な影響を与えるんだったら、発祥のタイムは犠牲にしてでも選択する。まあ右左1個選ぶか選ばないかの違いですから、ないでしょう。
Come on, we love Waddle Doo. We're gonna do Waddle Doo. Also, we want to see that splash, can't we? We want to make a big splash in Sonic Riders.
Oh, heck yeah.
あ、いや、あといないみたいな話しましたけど、 ソニックドリームチームにシャドウが出るレベルアップデートが来るみたいな話がありますね。まさにドリームチーム。今年の話ですね。ソニックドリームチームにシャドウ登場って書いてますね。シャドウ出ますね。シャドウも出ます。
Or wait, hold on. No, they're called the Four Man, but there's only one of them.
がまだ続いてるのはいいですね。
So now that we're going this one, this is another really fun fight that got changed for us in terms of trying to speed it up. So normally it was the case that we'd have to wait for 2 cycles of the gloop raising and lowering. What the bosses decided to do, or the devs decided to do to the boss, was give the boss slightly more HP, but make it where we now actually have the ability to dunk him in the schnoz a lot earlier. So they've added a little bit of a skill ceiling to it, where we can now go as fast as we possibly can, and it's not just pure auto-scroller. So I'm just waiting for the gloop to rise up now. It's going to rise up. The gloop going to hit a platform. Once the platform is there, we can go and just fly up to it for safety. Wait for the boss to come down, and then he's going to do the spins again. The main thing you want to do with the spins is making sure that you hit the moment that the head becomes vulnerable any later, and you are wasting time. Of course, the main thing you're going to be worried about is if the homing attack decides not to lock on, because sometimes it'll do that, and it's a bit of a pain in the butt.
It's a real pain in the butt. As I'm coming up to my last hit, this is the only one that's a bit different. He's actually going to go the other way, counterclockwise to what he normally did, which is okay as long as you make sure you get out of the laser. We get the homing attack. There's the final hit, and that is the 4-man defeated. For any of you with a keen eye, you may have seen something in the
ナックル
background.
ズとルージュは壁登りと
We've
滑
seen that a
空
little。bit later on. As we go into the nightmare maze, as we flip gravity.
なるほど。だからキャラクターごとにアクションが違うから、そのアクションが違うと同じステージでも攻略の方法が違うみたいな、そういう話なんですね。ここら辺は確かにアドベンチャーですね。アドベンチャー系のソニックアドベンチャーってそんな感じでしたよね。確かね。アドベンチャーなんだ。モードが。なるほどね。
Right, we're going to come up here and get our red star ring, and then we're just going to fly down this way, and we're going to go around this invisible wall here. And then we're going to go around a second invisible wall, and then straight up to the rail, and that is Jag Skip. We just skipped a whole load of the game, and a whole load of key grabbing. I can't remember how I found that one. I think I just, decided to brute force, can I just skip round it? Can I just fly round this thing? Realised there was an invisible wall, and realised that we could actually make it. I love it. I've actually contributed something to Sonic speedrunning. Yay! Yay!
Why did you have to have the annoying boxes?
Yeah, that's the only downside, is you got to go on the annoying boxes that you can accidentally destroy in order to get up really quick for the red star ring.
Which I did.
Oh dear. Right, I'm just grabbing the last red star ring over here, and again I'm going to use that checkpoint to get me back to the middle nice and quick. Hopefully hit the Jimmy. Yeah, just give me a little more power boost as we come up the side, and we're heading off to the portal. That's a really good 3-1-1 for me. I'm happy with that.
Very nice. Meanwhile, I'm about to go down and get that last red star ring as well. I've also learned that I did a little glide there that's really fancy. It's really cool. Be very careful. You actually have to hit the ground first. If you don't hit the ground, then you checkpoint, it sends you back to the bit before the rail. It's not good.
No good. Now, I'm in 3-1-2. Arg's about to come to 3-1-2. I'm going to let Arg explain 3-1-2, and I'm sure he knows why.
3-1-2 is a 14-second long stage, because this was the other stage that we spent hours trying to shave milliseconds off. You literally go through the water. From the water, you then land on the rail. You do the ramp. From the ramp into the water, onto the rail. From the rail up to the jump, hit the spring, away you go. We literally fought over milliseconds on this stage. It was stupid. It was great. And the best thing is it worked out for us in the run. However, as it just did not work out for me there, you may have seen Knuckles just fly immediately off to the left-hand side. You might wonder, Arg, why did you do that? I didn't. So the level has the ability to be made up into little blocks. You know, imagine you're playing with Legos here, or a jigsaw even.
絶好調だな。アギクさん絶好調だな。
Those little blocks, and the game decided that no, you've actually hit the edge of the seam there. We're going to push you to the left.
アップルアーケードだけでっていうのはなかなかそうですね。なかなか遊ぶ機会ないですね。
It just gets very confused about what part of the level you're on.
悪魔城トラキュラだったりとか、パッと思いつくだけでも悪魔城トラキュラもありますし、あとは、コンソール版が Steam とかコンソールでもこの前リリースされたファンタジアンという RPG とかもそうでしたけども、アップルアーケードでやってないゲームってあるんですよ。
So we're doing We're doing 315 again. This
な
time.
かなかでも遊ぶ機会ないですからね。それを
So you get to see
じゃあ遊ぼうってなるとどうしても、ね、iPad が必要ですからね。iPhone ではなかなか無理なんで iPad でっていう形になるんで。
So you need to actually come a little bit more left than what you think.
そこで結構ね、やっぱ遊ぶハードルが高いんで、難しいですね。
All the way to 114. And we're just going to get one more Dream Orb, and that will then allow us to progress through World 3.
この二人、ほんと、イベント慣れがすごいですよね。こんなめっちゃ正確にプレイしてる中、こう、マシンガントーク2人してずっと続けてるの、すごいな。
We're going to grab this third shard here. We're going to run up the wall. We need a little bit of boost to get me up there. Lovely. And then we're going to just jump off this lip here, get loads of height off of it, onto the rail, up on the bounce pads, come along, there's the fifth one, and then make sure you jump for the sixth one, and boost, and that's that one done. Very
映ってますね、ちゃんと
Interesting.
シャドウもいますね。
I take a different route to you on that one, don't I?
Yes, you do. And that's why, because I'm listening you to doing that, and I'm going, I'm in 117. This is a different stage. This is Knuckles going to do some gliding and some jumping, and I'm wondering, have I selected the wrong route? I don't think I have, but we'll have to wait and see.
117. Interesting. No, I think when we had the Shadow Dream Orb added, you and I changed our splits separately from each other, and I think I reorganized mine differently to yours.
Yeah. Oh no, I do go and do 114 again. But I need to go and find out when.
114 traditionally used to be nearer the end of the run, I think, so I pulled everything forwards rather than just moving one back. That's why I pulled everything forward by one. So, yeah, there you go.
This is why I said I wanted them to check my splits and reroute things. But he's been playing Matthew!
Oh no! Oh, it will forever be known. Right, 3, 2, 1. I'll talk us through this one.
So 3, 2, 1, we are doing our speed stage here with Amy. Is another one of these lovely ones where we're going to grab our red star rings. The thing that we're going to be doing is there's a lot of... I heard a woo. That was weird. Right, we're going to go in and go through.
What, Sonic
and
woo?
we go... Yeah.
What?
I just heard a woo! And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not right. Don't worry about it. It's really put me off, the description here. Anyway, we're going to the middle section. We need to grab some keys. I can skip these, but I'm not allowed to because it's a glitch. So what we're going to do is we're deliberately going to run off to the left-hand side here. We're going to jump over the pink loop. We're going to make sure we use the boost properly so we can actually get over. Once we do that, we grab the key and away we go down the waterfall. That then allows me to go down and grab the other key in the middle, and then we'll go back up to the right-hand side. That allows us to grab not only a red star ring, but also the key to go through in the middle there too. So we're going to
もうすぐですね、始まって30分になりますけども、大きな差ですね。うまいですね、2人とも。めちゃくちゃうまいですね。お上手ですね。
Because you look at when we get off the rail, and there's going to be a lot of little horizontal but vertical because you're slightly sideways shenanigans going on here. Jump up to the upside down rail to grab the red star ring. That's 4 or 5. We then go on to the lovely little sidey thing here. Making sure we don't hit any of the enemies, grabbing the boosters, using as much of our boost as we can, getting up over into the middle section there. Then going to be very careful that while we grab the red star ring, we don't accidentally take the right light trail because we don't want to take the ring trail because that's going to be bad. Let's go down to the bottom and then take
マジでこの縦横無尽感はソニックだな。
Very nice.
ソニックシリーズだな。
Yeah, 322, another checkpoint stage. We basically cover the vast majority of like the first half of what you've just seen. I've just finished up that one. I'm heading into 324. Now you will have seen RTA. It's all RTA time save. Doesn't matter for the race. So you will have just seen on Arg's screen that he has unlocked the powers. They are going to come into play very soon. We don't equip them yet. We're going to equip them in just a couple of levels time. I'm just doing another checkpoint level here with the French nuclears. Listen out very closely when he gets through them. Hon hon hon. You may hear him with his hon hon hons, so we've decided it is canon that in this game, Knuckles is now French. But yeah, we're going to be continuing on here through effectively almost the second part of the level. A couple more rings to go for me. Going to be using a spring to take the top route, and then all the way through, big jump off the rail, and all the way into the Dream Portal. I need to go back and get one more, so I'm going to go back and do 117, which you just saw Arg do not long ago.
So that's where you do it. Interesting. Okay. Because I go to 126 after you do 324. This is a very curious one. Yeah, the
This
reason
is
we
really
also don't
interesting.
equip our powers in the way that we do is mainly because the powers, they are shared between 4 distinct setups. When everybody is available, they all share the same equipped powers. But when only certain groups are available, so when only your speed player is available, your flight player, or your power player, they all share their own independent settings on it. So if you, for example, equip the quick swap in the everybody group, they won't have it equipped in their individual pairings unless you equip it in there as well.
移植、そう、Apple アーケード今のところ遊ぶだけだったら、そう、Apple アーケードが必須ですけども、将来的にどうなるかわかんないですね。それこそ、先ほど名前出したファンタジアンは、
So we got a $10
別のプラットフォームに移植じゃないな、
that says made you look.
追加要素とか入れて、
You can't make us look if it's a donation.
別のプラットフォームに
I have crash outs.
販売されましたので、
Oh,
可能性はないとは、ないことはないけ
You
ど
can
も、
explain that. I'm on one of the hardest
これいいな、これ。これいいな。このソニックいいな。
It has got better with our updates. Unfortunately, mine's has crashed rather
この
early, which I was hoping that it wouldn't do.
もうね
So that boosts our crash counter
画面がコロコロ変わると
What
ね
that means is
私みたいないい年いくとね
that
結構辛いのよ
So Hud's gonna look like
これぐらいの感じのソニックっていう 感じつつ 画面の切り替え優しめみたいなのはありがたい話よ
where we don't get crashes. We used to, but it just don't happen now. So I looked, I crashed, and now I have to play catch up. Huds will
So-
crash later.
I will crash at some point. You basically cannot get a crashless run of this game. If you do, it is incredibly rare. Savor it. Maybe, send a
Frame
message
it.
to your loved ones. Yeah, frame it, take a picture,
What?
all the good
Send
stuff.
a message to your loved ones. What?
Why? Because a miracle has happened.
I mean, that's true, fair.
So yeah, it's usually reliable enough that as long as you don't crash any earlier in the game, it will always happen in the loading scene of the final boss. So much so that we've actually started incorporating it into the splits. But as we're here in 3.3.1, one of the interesting things, we just unlocked the quick swap power-up. What this allows us to do is actually be able to swap characters like I just did there over to Cream without actually having to stand still, which allows us to swap really quick with the shoulder buttons, and that allows us to fly around the barrier at the end there. This is going to come in really handy during a couple of the levels and save us a few seconds. Big shout outs to Pikastrof, who was the one that actually alerted us to the fact that this quick swap ability with the bumpers is actually in this game, because neither of us knew about that.
Nope. We had no idea for the longest
この
time. We're sitting there
飛べる
What do you mean you can instantly swap
アクション
characters?
テイルスと
Like, we were
い
playing
い
this
です
game
ね
and running it and had no
飛べるっていうことをこう最大限なんかこうやってますねはずさんやってますねなんだこれどうなってんだ
I just lost load of time.
落ちただけか
Ooh,
ただ
oh, and I did not. Oh, I'm okay with this.
正規ルートではなさそうななんかこう
Instant Banui grab.
Oh,
It-
nice.
正規ルートと遠回りになるような場所をなんかこう飛んでショートカットしてる感じはすごいありますね
At the beginning.
Ah,
Now
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm on biscuits right now.
相当だからこのステージを研究されてるなっていうのはすごく
So this level's
伝わり
really
ます
interesting,
わかり
especially
ま
this
す
section I'm coming up to. You can technically do this without using any of the extra flight. I am not going to do that because it's super risky and incredibly hard to do. But this second bit I'm going to. No, I'm not. I didn't get enough forward momentum.
Sod's Law, how old they are?
Right, there we go. Off to 333. Ah.
Again, Huds may have a couple levels advantage right now, but trust me, that is... Whoa! Video game. Okay, fine. But no,
So-
please... No, I'm taking her back. She's not doing it right. There you go.
Oh dear. So yeah,
fine.
one of the interesting
マー
things
ギック
about
さんもなんか
Nintendo
やってますね
is
ああすごいショートカットしてる
really interesting design, a really cool concept with like being able to effectively shift gravity. Oh, I was doing this thing again on this section. Get the thing, thank you. It's a really interesting concept being able to like shift gravity, but it can do some rather interesting things with the characters. Firstly, physics can go a little bit wibbly wobbly. And secondly, the game occasionally likes to reverse our controls, like telling us, so left becomes right and up becomes down. Which is in itself very confusing when it happens, and even if you recognize it happening, your brain still doesn't interpret it as press the other direction. So
No.
yeah, if that one happens, you'll know it because we'll call it out.
Oh, we'll be shouting. By calling it out,
昔に比べてそうですよソニックスケール感は本当に
the game is trying to do
大きく
this.
なったんですけどや
can I cut
や
in
って
again?
ることっていうか、
Yeah.
本質はあんま変わってなくて、
We have another
この
donation
スピード感は本当すごいですよね。初代
from
のソニックとか、
Always remember to select
初代からすでに、
and a target.
ソニックが速すぎて画面に収まんないとかね、ありましたからね。
Thank you,
Comes in there.
全然スクロールが追いつかないみたいな。
Coming in there with the PSA.
ありましたからね。
Double value for your dono there, but also then doing a made you listen. You did make us listen. Well played.
Yeah. GG's. Well done, you.
No,
Right,
no,
I'm being
I thought you were calling us kids.
I thought so as well to begin with. It's like, yeah, sounds about right. So being really careful there on the square blocks on the end of that level, because it does have a habit of just kind of clipping on the edge and just sending you straight off to the side, which is no good.
Like it did
As
to
we
me.
come on to... Yep, like it did to Arg. We're coming on to a Knuckles level here. This one's an interesting level in the fact that you got to be really careful not to mess this up, because there's not many checkpoints. As you see, there's nowhere for me to land right now.
Gasp.
Yeah. Right, we're going to come along this rail. I'm going to do a big jump up. Arg, how are you getting on at the moment?
I'm at 334, so I'm coming. I'm catching you.
Oh boy, he's just behind me. Considering he's had a crash as well, that is alarmingly close.
I'm coming to get you.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to tell the people a little bit about what we've been doing with this game recently and our lovely weekend of running?
Oh yes, so what we did recently was we had a wonderful idea that was sponsored by community member Farron here to do our own little live time attack of Sonic Dream Team. Because Hudson and I have been taking this game, and anytime one of us PBs, the other one goes, all right, bet. And we ended up passing the record back and forward with us. And every time we did it, one of us would turn around and go, okay, that's it. There's no way it can get any lower. And then it got lower, and it got lower, and it got lower. So we said, okay, why don't we do it together and we wait and see what happens? We had an amazing 3-day weekend, because we extended it, into basically just live time attacks doing, honestly, I think we've both got into like 20 or 30 runs respectively.
Yeah.
And I finished the second night getting a brand new world record down at the, what was it? Was it the 44 mark we were at? Or the
54.
54 mark there.
Yeah.
And then you decided, we really enjoyed this. Can we do an encore? So we did an
高速
encore on the
もうあんまり速くてもって思ったけど、でもこれ実際遊ぶと、やっぱこれ旗から見てると、なんかすごいスピード感だなってあるんですけど、多分実際遊んでる時はそこまで適応できるんじゃないかと、そこまで気にならずに、このスピード感適応できる、体が脳が適応されるかもしれない。わからない。遊んでみないとちょっとわかんないですね。
Just a really fun event and raised loads and loads of money for charity as well, which was the other awesome thing.
Yes, because you were doing it on your charity thingy as well. It was really, really cool.
Yeah. But of course, you
だけど、ただね、
so your side also went to
は
charity.
い、はい、確か他のシリーズに比べたらちっちゃいんですけどね、ソニックのスピード感出てるのすごいな。ずっと同じこと言ってる気がする。ソニックやっぱりいいですね。
As Arg's working on that, I'm on Guardian Hunter at the moment, which is our third boss of the game. Now, this is where, unfortunately, our desire for things to be made more skillful took a bit of a wrong turn. Because what normally happened is we've done 3 hits and we'd be on this section and we had 1 more hit to go and we could just go and hit Guardian Hunter by flying out. Instead, they added this lovely section here and you'll see on my screen, they've put all of Guardian Hunter's life back. So I got to do this all again, and instead we got this thing where you basically got to wait for the 3rd set of bombs, and on the 3rd one there'll be an egg pawn, and you can hit the egg pawn, and it hits Guardian Hunter, removes a life, and then on the 4th one you can go and destroy. Basically, it added back about a minute and a quarter to the run. Now it means that the bosses overall basically work out
2人とも同じボス戦入ってますね。
neutral or a little bit like in our favor in terms of them, like all the bosses overall. But it is a bit of a shame where we were like. And this bit's really frustrating as well, because if we get one right at the very top of the pattern, it can be really problematic to hit it. It's really hard to hit.
Oh yeah,
Thankfully,
I mean you can't get it. It's a pain in the butt. Here's the other thing that he's not told you though.
There's no RNG. Oh yes, there's RNG in it.
Yes. Yeah. That's fine. You're coming up to a better level. I'll let you explain it. By the way, what would some of you might have noticed that I looked over to the left or right there. I don't know which orientation my camera's at. I've just been informed that my cheese disc is ready. Damn it! I was hoping it would be ready a bit later. I'm in a bit of trouble. I'm now racing against not having a cold cheese disc.
ソニックドリームチームは、エッグマンが例のごとく遺跡を発掘して夢の世界を支配できる装置を見つけて、じゃあ夢の世界に入れる装置ですね。夢の中に入れる装置を見つけたんで、夢の世界をエッグマンが支配してやろうみたいな話だった。で、
some real intricate bits. It kind of puts everything together. And one of my favorite bits here, we're going to do.
まあ、その夢の住人であるキャラクターが、エッグマンを閉じ込めたんですけども、このままじゃ良くないっていうんで、まあ、ソニックたちに助けを求めるというストーリーだった。ストーリーだそうです。だから、その、ドリームチームのドリームがダブルミーニングなんですよ。オールスターズ的な意味と、夢の世界で戦う仲間たち。そういうダブルミーニング。大体エッグマンが悪いんで。大体エッグマンが悪いんでね。まあまあまあまあ。
So that I don't go in the pipe because the pipe is slow, and I'm just going to go to the right hand side and down, and that's the little puzzle done.
何かあったらとりあえずエッグマンが悪いんで。
Half a level behind you, that's fine. I know where I am.
That's worrying for me.
Yeah, 411, I'm coming in.
Oh boy.
エッグマンがいいキャラだったことってあるかもしれない。知らないだけで。
I need to look up here so that I hit the spring. Thank you very much, game.
I love that moment when it doesn't go. You're like, I'll just repeat it. It's fine.
Yep. No one saw anything. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. First time. Right. Gonna take the right hand tube here. We need to take the right hand tube because it'll take us up onto these disappearing platforms.
あんまり見ねえな。エッグマンがいいキャラだった。あるか
in a really weird position for me, but it's fine. We go down. There we go. And then finally onto these bounce pads. Don't fall in the hole. And then over the acorns into the pipe, all the way up and towards the end of the level. As you're seeing, come up to the puzzle now.
Yay! I gotta try and do tube skip. You know, I've not practiced tube skip. I don't do this anymore.
No, you just fly to the end of the level now.
I just fly to the end of the level and I skip all this. It's great.
Oh dear. Right, I am doing, basically, this is the very start of the level that you just saw, but instead we're going to go all the way down the track through these checkpoints, then we're going to come all the way back again. And I mustn't make a mistake, because if I do, the checkpoints in this level are iffy at best, I would describe them as.
That is a fair assessment. I once got wonky gravity sent off to the ledge, and the game put me right back to the start of it.
とりあえず、エッグマンが謎技術で世界を征服しようとして、ソニックがそれを止めるみたいな、こういう話だと思うんですけど、すごい身も蓋もないです。
There is a checkpoint, I believe, coming up for me down here. So I should, in theory, be safe now if anything were to go wrong, but it's fine. Don't hold forwards here, because for some reason you missed the pipe if you do. And then all the way to the end, into the dream portal. Done. Love it.
Lovely.
But yeah,
nicely done.
Here in...
Can I cut in for a couple of donations here?
Go for it, go for it.
We have CBK with cheese disc.
Yeah, I love cheese disc. It's great.
Wait, did CBK donate a cheese disc?
And then we have Murby with, excuse me, it's actually called the Thinky Thonky Fun Time Zone.
It technically is. It's the sequel to the Splishy Splashy Fun Time Zone. Also known as Hydrosity.
What's that in?
But yeah, we've got our full character roster available here for us. So we can, unless it's a level where it specifically restricts us, like the one I'm in at the moment, we can choose any character we like. We almost always choose our speed characters because they are fastest and you want the speed. But sometimes it is beneficial to change, and you're going to see us in a couple of these levels soon start changing characters midway through. But thank you very much for those donations. Do please keep them coming in. Raising a huge amount of money at the moment, and it's great to see it go to such a great place such as Go Rescue.
Yeah, we love our pets.
Yeah.
Big fan of our pets here. All right, through the tube. Yeah, didn't get bodied by the tube. That is great. Okay, 413. I'm trying to get you. I know you've got your crash still to come, which is going to be interesting. Because we'll see what that does. Because you know where your crash is meant to be coming, unless it comes earlier. Also, CBK, thank you for donating the cheese disc. Like, I'm a big fan of the cheese disc, so, you know. The downside is I can currently smell said cheese disc, and I really want to go eat it.
I do want to say one more thing. Both of those with Prof Ness and Murphy both put in for Waddle Do.
Yeah,
Hey.
Team Waddle Do.
I'll make Arg happy.
Waddle Do is great. Yep. See, the crash is supposed to be 2-player. It will be 2-player. His comeuppance is coming.
So here's a really interesting thing with my game. I spotted this when we first started, right? You know how it defaults at the very beginning on the first level to Amy as your speed character?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine didn't. Mine defaulted to Sonic, and yet Amy still loaded into the level.
Interesting.
Here's the interesting thing. On the flight levels, it keeps defaulting to Tails for me. I
Yeah,
don't know why. I've even manually changed it to Cream now on one of them, and it still defaults to Tails.
But the level you selected it on Tails was probably the different group from the other one.
No, it wasn't. It was the same group. It was flight only. Flight only characters.
Interesting.
Yeah, which
Game
only
haunted.
makes me worry a little bit more about my game and what's going to happen to it when it does crash inevitably.
Game's on it. Okay, now I go do 114. So after the Tails one is when I go do 114, which then undoes the menuing, because the menuing will then take me to 421 automatically anyway.
See, you know why I changed it? Because you've already done 117, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah, and now you're going back and doing 114. I put it back in numerical order.
That might be
Yeah, whereas you just moved the one that needed to move to where it needed to go. And I've been like, no, I'm moving everything so it stays in numerical order.
先ほど風の車
There we go.
まあ、ランの途中で、ホストの方がジャパニーズリストリームを紹介してくれたんですけども、
That's why we like to check our work, you know?
このチャットコマンドに
Okay,
ジャパニーズリストリームを紹介するものがありまして、ワンドを打つと、セカンドストリーム、第二言語のストリームとしてジャパニーズリストリームやってますよっていう紹介が流れるようになっています。ありがたい話ですね。
argick is here in here with me as well right now. Really makes me worry because I have such a significant load time advantage, and he's done a crash, which means Arg is on really good pace right now.
Hello, it's me.
エッグマン、なんかちょっと調べたんですけども、基本的にゲームの世界ではもう、完全、ほぼ悪。たまにちょっと科学者的な顔を見せますけども、基本的には悪。で、アニメーション、ソニックのアニメーションでは、まあ、極悪人、そういう感じではなんか結構コミカルな立ち回りをしていることが多いということで、それでも、どうするみたいなことはないですね。やっぱとりあえずね、何かあったらエッグマンのとこ行けばいいんですよ。でも、こういうシンプルなのがもう、いや、これぐらいがちょうどいい。今のね、ストーリー、今のなんだろう、RPG とか複雑なのよ、結構。なんかちょっとね、体が追いつかないですわ。残念なことにね、なんかこう例えばソニックの世界で何かあったらとりあえずエッグマンのとこ行けばいいっていうのはね、しょうがない。それで全部解決できてるんでしょうがないんですよね。
By we, he means him.
By we, he means me. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I haven't learned it yet.
You will soon.
I know, I have to, because we're doing the glitched run at another showcase in a month's time.
We will be.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing the glitch because I'm doing good with it. Oh, where do I go? I go this way. Oh, right. Okay. I saved it. Nice. Oh, that was spicy. So yeah,
spicy.
Steve, if you can keep track of the donos that come in, if we get the cumulative of 50 from now to the end, we'll do the little dono and little exhibition there. Oh, that was close. I almost made a boo-boo.
Oh, I've made a boo-boo. Oh no.
I will definitely let you know.
Thank you very much. It is appreciated. Wait a minute. That delays me from getting my cheese disc.
And it's finally clicked.
No, dang it! I mean, but it's for the animals, so. Oh.
Let's eat cheese disc. Ah, dang it.
Ah, dang it! Between the animals and the cheese disc.
あれですね、攻略、次、
You'll have to see
ステ
it.
ージをアンロックするために、地区1戻ってるんですけど、その際にプレイするステージとかも、特に操作で変わったりとかなさそうですね。この順番が一番早いみたいなの多分もうこれ、待ってますね。
I'm now in World 2, and we're doing a little bit more cleanup here. In 214, need to be careful. Oh, great. I was about to say, I need to be careful not to fall down. Immediately falls down. Well done, me.
So we got
みん
a
なか
$30
ら見てましたけども、違いはなさそうですね。
from Delta the Techie. Whoops, my finger slipped. I found you too.
I like the fact that it was you too.
That is also towards Waddle Doo.
Yes. Thank you,
Thank you, Delta.
Okay.
So, oh wait.
Wait.
Oh boy.
We got we're $10 away, but we got Waddle Doo from Okama.
Ah, from Akoma. Yeah. Thank you,
Akoma.
Akoma.
Waddle-doo. Waddle-doo-doo-doo.
So $10 more dollars, and you're going to delay our getting his cheese disc. So get it in, chat.
Yeah. On the one hand, yay. On the one hand, no.
映画、ソニックの映画ありましたね。
Love you guys. Thank you all so much for supporting Go Rescue. Thank you everyone.
一作で終わらずに次回作も作るみたいな話出てませんでしたっ
Thank
け
you for putting on such amazing events always and showcasing the best in glitchless speedrunning.
Yeah, I
doesn't
kind of
always
fallen in
get
love
the,
with glitchless.
It's so good. I love the glitches and glitches are really
運
fun
動を
to
か
do.
けられ
really
てるわけでは
impressive.
ないんで
But
あ
there
れ
is
ですけ
something
ども。
really cool about just really optimizing a run as much as you can.
Yeah. I mean, it is because it allows you to learn the movement and that. And the movement is really important. Like, it's a fundamental.
実はあとは、なんだろう、まあ、イベントの話に戻るんですけど、実は、ソニックドリームチーム、ソニックライダーズが、まあ、披露される順番が直前になって入れ替わりまして、先にこのソニックドリームチームが、プレイされてますけども、特にこう事前情報とかはないんですけど、どうやら、ビッドウォーが達成されてるようで、それが達成されてほしいということで多分変わったのかな。この後、スケジュールとしては、まあ、ソニックライダーズが披露されることになってるんですけども、マイルストーンが、寄付額のマイルストーンが達成されると、追加でなんかそのソニックライダーズのランが披露されるってことなので、その関係でまあ入れ替わったのかなと。今下に出てますね。ソニックライダーズ。ライダーズのマイルストーンが1750ドル。ボーナスで、スプラッシュキャニオンのランが披露されると書いてありますけども、ブリッジそういう名前のステージだよね、きっとね。
So I can grab the fourth red star ring, and now I've got to avoid the lasers, I've got to avoid the fire bombs, I've got to avoid the disappearing platforms. And now, oh, I hit the rail, slow rail as we go, and all the way around. Right, final bit of this level, and then it's going to be couple more missions here in World 4, and then big cleanup all the way to the big final boss. Coming up, there's my fifth red star ring. Lovely. All the way along, we can see the dream portal in front of us. Go, 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 Amy, all the way around. 1, 2 loops, and towards the end, and that's 4, 3, 1 done.
You'll be pleased to know that during your conversation on that one, I have managed to contact Mumsy and say, please leave it in the oven. I'll be down as soon as I can.
I have another donation from Prof Ness that says, I thought cold pizza was supposed to be good.
No, I don't like cold pizza. Anybody that says cold pizza is wrong.
What? Cold pizza's amazing.
ピザの話してません。絶好調なんですけど、今日も。絶好調でおじさん嬉しいよ。アーギックさんはマジ つも絶好調だな。
Right, Mr. Eggman, he's going to ask the lovely question that he always asks at the end of this stage, which is simply, do I really look like an egg? Yes. Oh, wait, no, he's telling me that the speed limit is a strict 5 miles per hour. Never mind. Yeah,
Oh,
no, I'm
no.
not. I'm sorry. I'm not a cold pizza fan. For all of you that are.
Okay, it's fine.
No.
Arg, I finished World 4 and have gone back to 225. Guess what I've done?
So you went and did 225 earlier, so now you've got to go do 235.
Yeah, I did them in the wrong order. Okay.
Yeah, you can't read your splits. That's fine.
No, I can't. This is a weird common issue because we basically go from 325 to 235 or something. But it's really easy to mistake it for 225. You basically end up going to the wrong one, and then you get really confused when you go in and see that you've already got the dream orb, and it takes a second to realize what you've done. So yeah, it's fine though. You can literally swap them out because we do 235 and 236, and we also do 225 and 226. So
it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but it's funny when your brain goes, wait a minute.
ハツさんがちょっと先行してましたけども、ちょっとずつアーギックさんが追いついてきてますね。
It's like, yes, you did. So that means earlier during the run, you would have done Big Fan. That
Big
would have
fan?
been the Fan Knuckles Gliding Dream Factory.
Yes.
So you would have explained that earlier, and I was wondering why we're like, oh, this is, then we go over here and there's no place for me to land. And I'm like, that's the wrong level, but I didn't say anything because it's like, no. He's not done that, has he? Not realizing, no, yeah, you did that.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit early in the run for that as well, but there we go. We got platform then, thank you. Oh, nice. Super early cycle as well. Let's go.
Show off.
Right, now I need to go back and do 227, which is the level I was supposed to be doing now. There we go. Right, there we go. Sorted. It's all fixed. It's all fixed. Everything's fine. Don't panic.
Too late, panicked.
Right, here's a really good example of where we actually switch characters here. So, I'm going to start off here as Knuckles. We're going to go and collect our Dream Shards. I'm coming all the way up the top to begin with to collect this Dream Shard up here. I'm going to come down. I'm going to come along this way to get the second one. And I'm going to quickly switch over to Benui as I get this one. Because suddenly, I now need to fly.
And this level is the level where everything went wrong. Huds, explain why.
So, I'm about to skip a little platforming section here by flying up and through this hoop. Yeah, you used to be able to just, like, come across here, just as I've done there. But there wasn't that platform there, but you could still get through. And then in an update, they made those little yellow light things around it solid. So we couldn't get through anymore. It cut that off for us. And then they added a platform there so we could do it again, as you just saw. Arg didn't tell me this.
And then what did you say? What did you accuse me of?
I may have accused Arg of hoarding strats as a joke.
No,
Arg
the
took
strat
that
was
personally.
I took that very personally. Yes, I did.
And thus I lost my world
あ
record.
じゃあ話すごいなんか
And Ark took
話が盛り上がってますけども
Yes, I did. The funny thing was,
そんな触れてないのすごいなやっぱり
it was
いいな
literally
これ
something
ネ
that
タ
we
目が
were
すごいっす
doing,
ね
and the devs made it easier. And instead of celebrating it, Huds goes, "You've been hiding this from me." What? We've been doing this trick for months.
Yeah, but then we couldn't do it, and we had to go the long way round because they made it solid so you couldn't get through there anymore. No one told me there was a platform there.
See, the funny thing is, because between you realizing you couldn't do it anymore and me like going back to doing it, I didn't know that they made it where you couldn't do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I knew that you couldn't do it, but not that they put the platform back. You had no idea that you couldn't do it, and you just saw a platform there one day and went, "Oh, great, cool."
Yeah, and it was great. I was like, wait a minute, this is really confusing now. It's like, we know.
Between us, we have one functioning speedrunning brain cell.
Yep. Right.
Can I cut in for one more donation?
Please.
Of course.
We have $5 from Rainhearts that says good luck to Huds and Ark for the last few levels of the run.
Oh, thank you very much.
It is the
Very
last
kind.
few levels of the run as well. We're
Yeah,
doing 316, 317, 336, 337. Huds is going to crash, and then we're going to meet up in Nightmare Eggman together.
Yep, pretty much. I have 2 more to go. I am in 336 right now. So this is where it gets really hard. I've actually got through most of the most difficult levels, but this one's got a little bit of tricky platforming, and it can go wrong. So we're going to go across the biscuits here, and then I've got to keep it on the not very straight and narrow. So we then come down here, don't hit the rings, lovely, and then I've got to navigate this lovely platforming section here, which of course is, oh, actually not too badly lined up for me, believe it or not. I missed the thing. Dang it. Oh, I missed the ring.
Did you miss a ring? Oh,
Yeah.
just checkpoint, you'll be fine.
It's fine. I'm all good. I'm all good. I went back for it.
And I got bodied by the... And I got bodied by it again. The game hates me today with the ground subpixels.
Blimey.
だいぶ
I'm gonna do the last level here.
argick
This is the
が
last
追い上げてきました
draw. I
ね。
need to unlock the final boss. But just watch this chat. As I finish this one
あ
up,
いいレースだな。
we go into the final boss, the game will crash.
終始レベル高い
It is
し、
a near 100% certainty.
ミスがね、お互いほぼないんですよね。
And if it does, and it'll
本当にね、ほぼないって言っても、ちょっとのミスで、
I also want to point out that we are now at that $50 mark, so
もうミスの差しかないですよ、本当に。
yeah.
Cold cheese disc.
I will show you the cool little glitches we can do and the fun things that we can do with them and mourn my cold cheese disc.
追いついてきましたね。
Excellent. Right, here we go. So that's Tails done. Final boss unlocked. We are going to go and say hello
初さは
to...
ラスボスみたいですね。
Please crash. Please crash. Yay! There's the crash. We're going to say hello to my home screen.
Hey! I mean,
It
that's the
crashed.
あ、ラスボスそういうところでゲームが
Game crash.
クラッシュしたと。
Mine says, Shez is
なるほど。
you look. And now because I have already crashed, I'm not going to crash on Nightmare Eggman, which means we're literally entering Nightmare Eggman at the same time.
Oh boy, here we go.
お、出たな。
Nightmare Eggman.
ナイトメアグマ
We're。going to use the power of friendship here in our final
さあ、こ
level.
こでクラッシュトラブルで並びましたね。
We're gonna save REM, our main character here, who is the guardian of the reverie.
ね、
The
ここで満を
reverie
持
is
し
a
て
magical
お二方
mystical
ソニッ
thing
クということ
that
で
has the power to make dreams reality. Basically, Eggman has captured Queen the Benui because she is pure and innocent, and is using her to power the reverie to make his evil dreams into a reality. He has become literally Nightmare Eggman, as you can see right here. The nightmarish one himself. But we are going to save with the power of friendship. We're going to save Queen the Benui. We're going to restore REM back to the reverie and dispel Nightmare Eggman. So already here on the Rouge section, we're going to go through all of the characters except for Tails. Tails doesn't
ギミッ
get
ク
to
て
play
んこ盛りですね。
But we've got some really cool little skips here and some time saves. So, for example, I'm not going to use the spring sail. I'm going to fly with Rouge and grab the rail, and that allows me to keep using boost in this kind of mini cutscene section. Right, let's dodge the lasers. Also, this has a banging soundtrack as well.
It really does. It's really good. But yeah, you may notice that as we went through the game, like the first level started as like a nice kind of bouncy carnival play beach area.
泡はないで
That's
す
all
ね、
free.
完全
Then
に
you've。got the factory with the dream factory, kind of jelly and whatnot. We think that's just cream like jelly and honey and things.
はい、あ、最後だから、もしかして、まさしくドリームチームでエッグマンに対抗してます？
Well, I think
実はキャラ変わってますね。
so that's kind of him just getting his bearings on how to use the reverie and using the powers to do bad things. We don't like him doing that, so we're just gonna stop him.
Yep. So I'm currently climbing up his long spindly arms at the moment as we come to this last one, and I'm going to need to count the number of bombs here so I don't jump off too early. So as we go up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 1 for marathon safety, and then over we go. Lovely. Saves us going all the way to the top, and you know, we love a couple of seconds time save here.
This is like a
So-
接戦ですね。
Benui boost, isn't it?
It might well do, yeah. This. Oh wow, you are really close.
Oh, I'm literally on the final rail of Knuckles, yeah.
Yeah, I've just done it. Right, I'm on Benui here, and I got Benui boost.
You bought. I didn't.
Oh, I didn't get the initial homing attack, but I got
Oh
boost
yeah,
down the
no,
way.
no. Oh yeah, I got the boost down the rail. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm coming to
Right,
get
so
you.
up- Oh boy, I'm being hunted. Right, there you go.
Yarr, I
Sprint.
be hunting you.
Right, we're gonna come up the rails here, grab a little boost. Is for me,
It's for me? No, it's for me.
and then we're gonna hand it over to Amy and her Pika Pika hammer as we go along.
I'm sorry,
This-
our
this-
what?
her Pika Pika hammer.
Try it again.
Wait.
She's not a Pokemon.
No, she's not. Why is my brain filled? Wait. Wait, what is it?
Pico.
That's it. It's
It's
Pika.
she's not a Pokemon. I'm sitting there going, he did not just say Pika.
You know what's stuck in my head right now? You know the reason why?
The movie.
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah,
the movie.
Pika.
すごい楽しそうな。
He's just thought of the movie. Like, this is wrong. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Oh, I just got bodied by the fists. That's no good.
なんで急にポケモンでピカチュウの話だったか全くわかんないけど、俺は2人が楽しそうなのを見て、もうニコニコしてますから。
Did you getting bodied there mean that I'm in the lead?
Correct.
Oh, damn.
This is gonna be so tight, RTA.
Oh, damn. Oh, yeah, so we are on the final section.
完
Now,
全に
Sonic is our last character.
お
We're gonna do
マーゲックさん抜きましたね、さては。
dashes. I'm going to do one big lovely jump at the end here. It's going to be a lovely little skip. So time is coming up on both runners very, very soon. We'll let you know. As I'm going for my big jump and I make it. I then get the skip. Huds will be right behind me on that one as well. As we're then
ああ、すごいな、最後の演出です。演出がすごい。ちょっとどこ通ってるどこ通ってるなんか思ってた道と違ったぞ。急にカクって曲がったな。ああ、素晴らしい。グッドゲームです。ああ、すごい。同時です。
That was incredible.
同時です。ほぼ同時です。
This is literally the most
仲いいな。なんなのこの二人。仲いいですね。
Right, go to the save file.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
タイムも、これはもう同着と言っていいでしょう。
That was absolutely incredible.
I can't believe how close that was.
What an end. We need a photo finish on that, like the
Right.
RTA side.
Right.
Right.
Count us in to reveal it.
All right, I'm ready when you are.
Okay, 3,
2,
2,
1,
1, go.
54,
52.
52, 55.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
お
Oh, I need to go back and check footage now.
インゲームタイムで
Why?
アーギックさんの勝ちみたいですね。
That might be the
That would
first
be the
52
first-
with this route.
That's the first 52 glitchless.
This is the first 52
That's a
glitchless.
glitchless world record, mate.
Holy crap.
That's a glitchless world record. That's the first 52.
Yo!
Arg really wanted that cheese disc.
So for those of you that are wondering what we're going on, the time to the right of this, the 5047, is the current world record for the game. But because we're on Apple doesn't allow you to down patch. And if they patch out the glitch that I'm going to show you because we managed to meet the
こ
incentive
れ
here,
ほぼ同時なのに、なんでこんな差ついたんですかね、インゲームタイム。
す
ごいっすね。
Before the glitch was done and before the shadow update was done, we were aiming for a 52. There it is. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm
I
gonna.
can't believe you just
なるほ
pulled
ど
out
52分台が
nowhere. That can I just say
記録としての目安みたい
as
で
well,
す。
to show off the super switch jump, the consistency that
イベン
argick
トでこのタイムが出るのはすごいことだみたいなことを言ってませんでした。
is just ridiculous. He is basically untouchable right now. I've got a lot of work on my hands to do to get back up to his level. I mean, I'm quite
2% なんで必要最低限しかクリアしないはずなんですけども、めちゃめちゃボリュームありますね。
But that is something else.
そして
Oh, I can't believe that. I'm,
まだシャドウのコンテンツがあるってことはもう相当数なボリュームですね、これ。
Right, let's do a quick thing here. We're going to show off the super lovely glitch. This was discovered by a runner called Sonic Find, and you're about to see just how ridiculous this is. So you remember this level, right? You remember Ego City here. You remember the shenanigans that we're doing and everything we had to go through it? Yeah, meet Rouge. Hi, this is Rouge. Rouge is suddenly going to become Knuckles. And when I release the pause button here, or when I switch character, I'm going to immediately jump with Knuckles. You can see Knuckles is now in his jumping position, but I've paused the game when the slowdown is meant to happen. When I unpause, this is going to happen. And then if I then switch character again with Rouge, I'm just going to keep doing this. And with the power characters,
もしかして爆発ミしてます？
level up there just so you can see it. So I've just sent
Oh.
her all the way up. There, literally, there's the end of the level. There's the sky
なるほどね。
floating back in. So I'm
おそら
just
く
going to glide
ステージ
all the
遊んで
way
る途中で
over
キャラクター
with her.
をルージ
The
にポン
super
ポン切り
swap
替える
jump
と
can be performed by every
空に落ちていく
character, but can only
ルー
be
ジが見れる
achieved
と。
by the powers. So we're taking the power characters here. We're just going to run all our way through, and you can see why this has now caused a massive reroute on the game. Anything that requires you to get keys or to go under
バックしてますけど、もしかしてこのままゴールいけるんですか？
the sort just sends you straight up to the absolute moon here. Now I'm not going to
なんか見えてるんですけど。
because unfortunately the lovely characters here, the power characters, sink like an absolute stone when you're going through them. But knowing where I am and where I'm lining up, you'll see gravity is about to do the little flick around there and land me on the rail. So that takes us straight to the end of the stage.
ゴールですね、これ。
We went around a lot of times and super swap jump. Other things that we can do with the super swap jump are limited to the following. Let's go to a level we didn't do. Here's 125. 125 is to collect the dream orb. It's basically go and do. Oh wait, no, this
急
is
に
the level.
グリッチショーケースが始まりましたけども。
Well, actually, this is perfect. See that level over there? Hold on a second. So if I just get her. Oh, I
このゲームどうやらルージュがすごいらしいな。
I need to actually go to the right level for it. So you can only do it with characters that you can actually swap on, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. So if you can't swap, you can't do it. Hence why it's called the swap super jump. So we're going to go in.
You
We're
need
going
the
to go
full
do the level.
roster, right?
Yeah, I need the full roster to do it, basically. So here's this level that we did that had all us going around it and doing all the shenanigans. What if I just told you that I can just do this instead? And say, I'm going to the moon, look at the long boy. And then we go up with the long boy, and we just go up and just... I'm going up there. Oh, look, that's the end of the level. So I'm just going to go fly to the end of the level now. This is a level that we don't normally do in the run. You never saw us do this level. This is a level that we didn't normally do. Now we do, for obvious reasons. And then one other one that we can show you that is kind of fun as well is just how the level design in this game actually works. If I go and find, I believe it is 1-3. It is not. It was this one. Needs to be all of them. Is it this one? Nope, it is 3. Stack 3.
It's the race to the dream portal, isn't it?
It is to the dream portal. So
Yeah.
we would normally start the stage with Amy. You saw us do this game in this level in the run. We ran around all the level. We went and grabbed everything. What if I told you that the end of the level is directly to my right? Don't believe me? It's right here. Go through, switch to Knuckles. Wait, pause, jump. Look at the long boy doing his weird jump. We grab him. Away we go. We switch to Rouge. She chains it. We wait. We launch her to the moon. She didn't go quite as high as we needed, so we just switched back to Knuckles. And as long as you have uppies, you can just fly. And the end of the level, believe it or not, is literally just over this island. There's right there. That is the end of the level. That island has active hitboxes, but we run all the way around the giant U just to come to the end of the level there. And of course, it wouldn't be a glitch without having fun and ending it off in the only way we know how. And that is by simply, goodbye everybody. Thank you for watching our run. But now, our people need us. So Knuckles is going to the moon. And Rouge is going to the moon. And Knuckles is going to the moon. Let's do your final shout outs while I send us to the moon.
Very quick shout out. Thank you everyone for Club 601 for all the amazing support that you show me and that you show Arg as well. Big shout outs to the arcade. Thank you to all the amazing people that have been helping to root and sort out Sonic Dream Team. To King Rose, to Withermin, to SM Midi, obviously argick, Hibby as well. Thank you all very much for the support on that side. And of course, Rayanne Hart's our key moderator there as well. Catch me at twitch.tv/HUD601. I do Sonic speedrunning, I do struggle gaming, I do loads of other fun as well. But yeah, thank you all very much for having me, and No Glitch Live, thank you for having me as well.
Absolutely. Just so you all know, he's still flying up in the air. If you look at that number at the flag, he's still going up. But yeah, I have been Arg. Thank you very much to the arcade for being supportive on all our little endeavors here. Big shout outs to Club 601 as well. To Steve here for being our wonderful host. And of course, to No Glitches Allowed for allowing us to showcase this run. And he's over 100,000 meters high. He is not coming back down. Steve, take us out and let's go enjoy some more runs.
Awesome. I just want to, so you can both hear this. We got one more donation from you, for you guys. That says, from Xenon Slayer, that says, great photo finish. Bless the Pika Pika Hammer. But yeah, thanks for that run, guys. That was absolutely phenomenal. I love having you guys on here, and I can't wait to have you guys again. Hopefully.
Thank you very much. Bye, Knuckles.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to No Glitches Allowed. If you're just joining us, this is No Glitches Allowed. We are raising money for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. No Glitches Allowed is raising money for Go Rescue, a dog shelter in Hampton, Virginia. Go Rescue works to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them the time, care, and love they need to find not just any home, but the right home. In 2011, a local woman named Georgia Obanas lost her home, and her only focus became how to prevent her family dogs from going back to animal control. Starting out with just an empty shell of a building, Go Rescue soon became not just a place for current rescues, but a shelter that has grown to rescue over 2,000 dogs to date, with no signs of slowing down. We are also at $1,700. If we hit $1,700, we can hit that Sonic Riders bonus glitched Splash Canyon run. And that is the next run on our schedule here, with Ice 72 doing Sonic Riders All Stories No Ultra with the keyboard. So if you want to see that glitched Splash Canyon run, then even $1 can help.